this is an 8 by 12 cattle panel coop. This is a 3 cattle panels. I use this tarp over the back, which the way that the sun is right now in the west, it blocks almost completely this time of day, and really throughout the entire day it blocks from all the sun, and they have a place to hide from the sun throughout the day. I put 5-inch wheels on it so that it can roll. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. These are 2x4s that I used for braces, 2x4s for the sides of the door frame, but then I took a 4x4 timber and ripped it into 2x2s so that I could have more. Used a lot of scrap wood, scrap hinges, used roofing nails that I had available. This is 1/2-inch by 1/2-inch rabbit wire. It's 1/4-inch, sorry. It's 1/4-inch rabbit wire for the bottom 4. The front and the back is all rabbit wire. I had some extra laying around, so this 4x12 on there. The top is 1-inch chicken wire, just brand new. I say this and then we'll see, but most predators won't climb that or can't climb that, so they're not going to get up to the top. I just use a little landscaping staple for this for now. If I get a lock or something, I'll put it on there, but this is just the OSB board that I had available, and I just made the door 2x4 frame. Then I used the landscape timber to give it a little bit more support because it kind of shifts a little bit when you pull it. These are my 4 leghorn roosters. They're about 2 months old. The one that is, I'm sorry, it's blurry. The one that's coming up right here into the food, he's more of the dominant one. The parents are actually in the coop down there. But anyway, moving on. This is landscape timber, and it will sit on the cattle panels, but I went ahead and put a staple in it on both sides so it would have support. Again, here's the tarp. Then right there, those are milk crates that I converted into hen boxes to have it ready. So that's them. I put a rope here in the back to lift it up and pull it. Right now, I've got them staked in the ground, but I can pull this pretty easily. It's not real light, but I can pull it the 12 feet necessary. This is the 2nd or 3rd time that I've pulled it. It started here, and you can see there's some lines in the ground, but that's just because of the 2x4s being pulled. But it went through here, and then my yard has a natural, like a dip in it, and I really wanted to see how this would work with this much of a gap. But what I did with this one that I didn't do with other coops that I've used in the past is I did 2 feet of 2x4 welded wire all the way around. Well, I say all the way around, it's actually overlapping, and I use these stakes, which we just got about a 1/2 inch of rain last night, so it really helps them put it back in. But these are 6-inch staples, yard staples, and they push this in the ground real nice. But this will fold up on both ends here. I'll show you real quick. Move this. You can use either rocks or whatever, or you can use these staples. If it hasn't rained and your ground is as hard a rock as mine is, you probably want to use rocks. But it's 2 feet, and then this folds up all the way around. Like, all of these fold up, and I use these hooks because this tarp's here. I use this wire. They hook in right here on both sides, and then I can pull it wherever I want. If I want to pull it straight, I just have to raise those two. If I want to pull it sideways or make it go in a circle, I can do that too, but it just depends on what I want. I'm just trying to move it down the hill, put a little bit of fertilizer on the ground here that doesn't get really green on this part of the yard, but still, it's a great project. The 2 boxes there That is an artificial nesting material that you get at either Tractor Supply or Atwoods. I think that was from Atwoods. It's like 20 bucks, which I think there's 10 pads for 20 bucks. Most predators will go right next to this wood and then dig straight under. When there is a gap or there's a space between the edge of the coop and outside of the coop, they don't generally go under here and make a tunnel. They only usually go right here and down. So I connected that with some metal straps and some screws. Plenty of room for these six roosters. The whole project itself took me a couple days just because I was doing other things. But my plan is things that I would do different. Maybe you were like, oh yeah, there's a lot of things you could do different. Things I would do different. I would do 2x6s treated. I would do probably plywood here, or I could even do pallet boards and go across because they're more sturdy and it might look a little better. I would still do this quarter inch rabbit wire here, but I think what I'm going to do next time is just get a roll of 100 foot, roll the whole thing with a 1/4 inch, just for my own peace of mind. I used zip ties at each junction. They'll last forever. I'm not worried about them at all. As far as the ground, I'll see how the predators do, if they can get in under this, like especially like a fox or something, the dog that might dig quite a bit. But I'm gonna probably run more tarp out further, maybe about right here. I have some more tarp that I'm going to use. Everything really here, except for the wheels and the tape, this metal tape here, and of course the feeders, but everything I pretty much had already on hand. So the cost of this is really inexpensive. It does a really good job. I feel like as we move along into the next phase of things here, you'll see here that it rubbed some holes in it. So I'll just take some duct tape, some Gorilla tape, and cover those up just for some stability so that it's not ripping more. But you can see that the wire came through. So there are a few things that I would do differently, but overall, I mean, it keeps them safe. So it keeps the wind off of them. Right now it's 80 degrees and we'll start getting colder, but I'll put more tarps if I need to, if I don't sell it. Tarps are pretty inexpensive. They'll last you about a winter or a summer, whichever, and they're perfect for windbreaks. And two, with this thing being able to move, although they're annoying and they will start crowing at like 5:30 in the morning, you can put this against the trees somewhere off out next to the trees where the wind will be, it'll be a windbreak. And I mean, these guys are pretty hardy. When you get hens and roosters and stuff in here too, I mean, there's plenty of room for them. So that's pretty much the overview. Use these little clips too to raise them up, which I saw somebody else do that. I don't remember who did that, but they did a really great job, and I am really thankful for that. And the 2 feet, 1 foot is a little bit short. I feel like they can get underneath, especially because this isn't very heavy weight as far as onto the ground. If you stake it down well, you won't have to worry about it. But for me, I want it about 2 feet out with this 4x2 wire, which is 6 sections out. And then I went on the sides, I went exactly 12 feet. And on the front and back, I went 12 feet so that I could have 8 feet of coverage in the front and then 2 feet on each side. So that gives us 12 feet in the front, 12 feet in the back. It folds up to the side. 4x4 timber that I ripped twice, so it's 2x2 4 times, and I got that for that deal there. And even the frame in the back, I used another one. I think I used 2 of the 4x4s for this whole thing. You know, the door is probably just about 2. Watching this, like I said, subscribe, please, like it, share it. And if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section so that I can answer them. Appreciate you guys.